Hello, my dears. Welcome to the Watch Natalie channel. I'm Natalie, spelled Natalee, and I'm here to do your free daily psychic tarot reading. I knock on my deck to shake out all of the loose energy, and then I go over the psychic downloads and the psychic tunings as I shuffle or cook the cards. The psychic downloads I get are like snippets of songs I hear throughout the day, and the psychic tunings are like when I sit at a radio and flip to certain stations and go to a certain station to see what the music is playing. So that's kind of the difference, okay? Today's a special day because, what's today? Okay, this is going to go up November 21st, so I'm recording this November 20th. And so November 20th was an interesting day because, and you can get this for yourself if you'd like to track your astrological transits, everyone. I really recommend going to astrodienst.com and downloading their beautiful ephemeris. They have it for like 1,000 years. So even if you guys choose to be immortals or, get bit by a vampire, you'll still be able to track your transits. And they're all, just keep in mind, in universal time. So this is a little bit, you'd have to adjust this to wherever you are currently residing on the planet Earth. Okay, guys? So November 20th, we have the movement of Mars into Scorpio, and that's really what I'm going to use for this reading because I had a really rough late degrees of Mars in Libra. I have my Mars in Aries natally, so I'm sensitive to Mars transits, I'm sensitive to Uranus transits, I'm just sensitive. And by the way, that's where I got this, the last Mars-Uranus transit, which is indicative. It usually leaves like emotional scars, but it could leave, that's a burn. It can leave, physical scars as well. So just be very careful, everyone. Okay, so we do have Mars into Scorpio, and it's going to stay in Scorpio for the rest of the year. So it's going to be this energy sort of carrying us through, and having all those other planets in Scorpio. Mercury goes direct in Scorpio tomorrow, or by the time you guys get this reading, and Mars is sort of keeping the focus on whatever the focus was when there were hiccups and problems before during Mercury retrograding in Scorpio. As everything else moves on, as the sun moves into Sagittarius, so on and so forth, Mars is going to be there to keep the momentum for whatever you were trying to do lately that was getting all squirrely and knotty. Okay, so anyway, long story short, I was out. I slept like all day. Like I woke up and I started getting ready and I felt so sick. And what I'm calling it is an energy rash, where it's just like it feels like over too much caffeine is what it feels like. And like ants under the skin and just like exhausted but can't sleep. You could have had trouble sleeping. So it was all of that. So I slept for like 5 hours today. Luckily it was okay because Wednesdays are the landscaping days for this property. So I wasn't losing... I lose an errand day today with the Mars stuff, so it's okay. It's okay. I can do stuff later. Ace of Wands. Speaking of doing stuff, oh, this is exactly it. So this is what you were trying to do. Whatever this was for you, this could have been like you were trying to get a creative project off the ground, or even just get this creative idea in the material. Like you could have had difficulty, maybe you had an idea that you wanted to implement, and drawing it out or constructing it or writing the business plan, whatever it was, there could have been hiccups and delays. And this is like that seed of it though. The seed, it's like anything new, it needs a lot of nutrients and care and coddling so that it can grow to be big and strong and then really withstand like the storms and withstand real stressors. So I applaud you and commend you for trying to start something during Mercury retrograde, and just kind of going through, because I know that it was filled with delays and obstacles. So, the only thing about Mercury retrograde, about meeting new people, because this could also be a new relationship. Oh, okay. So that's why I wasn't able to get so many downloads and so there's like 0 downloads for the day. I forgot to say this, but the psychic tuning that I picked up, there's a love story trying to come through for you or someone you're connected to. And it feels like for one side, their attention isn't there. And one side, the attention is there. It's like someone likes someone, but that someone has their attention away, and then that other someone has their attention on the one person, but they're actually still getting over someone else. So it's sort of like, it's weird, but that was psychically tuning in. So that's the tuning. We'll see if that comes up. So this could have been that, but I still like to focus this like on the Mars, because I want to see where we can best put your energies from now till the end of the year, going into the next decade. Okay, so there we have it. There's that Ace of Staves, that creative, bright, brand new beginning. It could also be conception for you. If you've had trouble conceiving, Mars and Scorpio would be like, you'll be okay. Speaking of which, we have the Page of Wands. So this is enthusiasm. This is definitely, this is this little dude here. It's like he's so enthusiastic and excited to start something, but it's not really to start something. This isn't like the leader. It's to support the person who's starting something. So you could have someone around you, a page, someone, they don't necessarily have to be younger either. I'm just getting the energy of support here. So you actually have, let me put it this way, if you haven't had any support from anyone during this Mercury retrograde or even before of getting this project started or getting this relationship started, and if this is the relationship, so this would be that one person who is enthusiastic, who is open to it, who does want to get it going, okay? So there is support for that. There is enthusiasm for it. This is the person who they're excited to follow a leader. Like they really do have a natural loyalty and a natural enthusiasm. This is like your beta male or your beta female. This is like your really strong, enthusiastic support. Like your number two, you know, your right hand person. They're showing up as a page only because of the support that they're giving. I'm not really getting a specific age. Traditionally, they can represent young adults or children. I'm not getting that here. For some of you, it could be the conception part too. Ooh, here we go. Seven of Swords with the Hermit. With the Hermit. Seven of Swords with the Hermit. Okay. Oh my God. So for this Mercury retrograde, it's like the Mercury retrograde that has this Hermit energy written all over it, you know, making you especially Scorpionic. Mercury retrograding in Scorpio. You had to like see how they're sort of facing each other in a little bit of a, like they're not really seeing each other. He's focused on his swords. He's looking at the lantern. These two energies are what clashed, or are the clash is coming to light. So it's like if whatever was delayed because of people, because of another person, because of processes, bureaucratic processes, you know, anything like that, that's what this is right here. This is really what I'm getting, because you've had to, how do I put this? Give me a second here. Help me explain this, please. The workaround. They're showing me a working around something. Hold on. Someone could have gone really quiet on you and then, you know, dropped the ball, and it's like they kind of squirreled away into like, this isn't hermit work in the traditional sense of hermit work. What I'm getting from this is that someone dipped. So we have someone, and this could be the same person like returning. It could be a totally different person. In fact, I feel like it might be this person. It's like they come back super enthusiastic and ready to get the party started, but it's like they've come out of hiding. They've come out of, they're about to come out of, and you know what they're giving me is that this could have been just shyness and like indirect. For instance, if your timing was a little off and you're trying to get, for instance, a relationship started in Mercury retrograde, whether this was business, friendship, or reinvigorating a family relationship, you know, re-talking to siblings after not talking, whatever that is, this would be that person during Mercury retrograde sneaking off into seclusion. So sort of like backing out of talking to you and dealing with you. Okay, so this is like the context to this. This is really the energy right behind this page, and I feel like it is the same person, believe it or not. I feel like they're going to come through. That's what I feel. And I feel like it's because they were sort of reluctant for this energy. They were sort of just not on the bandwagon yet, and it could have been Mercury muddling their thinking. And if this is like a romantic relationship, then that would be definitely like this person's either thinking about someone else and they're still heartbroken over someone else, or they're, like I said before in the tuning, their attention is just, this is that. If that's this person, their attention, what they're telling me is that their attention really just was like, it wasn't here. It wasn't with the exciting stuff. And that's Mercury scrambling everything up so that this beautiful Ace of Staves just was not coming through on Mercury retrograde. With Mercury retrograde, we'll have, yes, exes coming out of the past and through the woodwork, but it's also a time to meet karmic soulmates, like people you've had past life relationships with. Depending on the conditions of everything else in the sky, I know that this particular Mercury retrograde, it just wasn't like sticking. Like if you did meet anyone, it wouldn't have always, some of them, but some of them not, okay? So what this is saying is that this person, and it could even be you, it could be you that like, didn't want to deal with someone, and then you're now ready to really get into this and commit to it. And I kind of do pick up commitment. And I am getting a little bit of this Virgoan energy here. Like they snuck away. Like they could have said, yeah, I'll get right back to you. Or they could have said, I'll touch base with you next week. Or they could have said, like whatever they said, or it's like, give me some more time. Whatever they said or did, it was a little, I don't want to say deceptive, because I'm not getting that this is a bad person. I'm not getting that they're a deceptive person. I'm getting that they're just, like they just needed like alone time. They actually just, and they could have been working through their own Mercury retrograding and Scorpio stuff, but they did kind of give you a little, they weren't completely upfront and honest with you, and I'm not making a judgment on that, and I don't recommend you make a judgment on that either. So this could be, it could be, let me tell you something. If someone in their family died, or if someone, and that maybe they died under very suspicious circumstances or embarrassing circumstances, or, if there was something weird with it, they're not going to be outright and tell you, hey, my relative, they're not going to tell you that. They're going to say, oh, it's not a good time for me, or they're going to say, I'll get back to you on this later. That's kind of what I'm getting from this. No, it's not that extreme with like someone dying. I'm just giving, my examples are not that great when I'm channeling, guys, when I'm like talking to, it's just really not. So I hope that I'm coming across a little bit clearer than it feels. Okay. What's the next message? So this is saying whatever that you were dealing with in Mercury retrograde, I feel like it is coming back. That first energy, the Ace of Staves, is the strongest energy, the absolute strongest for this. It's the birth. Anything that's born, anything that's created will have it's almost like pressure of space and time and planets and objects, everything coming together to pressure cook this thing into existence. And that thing carries the energetic signature of everything at the moment of its creation. That's why our natal charts are important, because it is that sort of snapshot of the energies that were working and playing out when we were created, when we were really birthed, okay? Whoa. Oh, this is a lot of cards. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. But they're yours. They're telling me they're yours. And what told me that they're yours is you have 2 more pages. This is interesting. Okay. So you've got the 9 of Pentacles, the 4 of Cups, the Empress, and 2 pages, a Page of Pentacles and the Page of Cups. Okay, there's your Nine of Pentacles. There's your Four of Cups. There's your Empress, and there's your Two Pages. Okay, so this Mars and Scorpio. Oh my God. So what I see here. Oh God. Okay. Where do I even begin? This Four of Cups, if this is the romantic relationship, this is how one of you, someone's watching someone who's looking away. That's like the simplest that I can put it. So if you tried to start a romantic thing, or, it could have just been off timing where it wasn't the auspicious moment for this offer to quite happen. Okay. Wasn't quite ready. Now, Mercury stationed retrograde October 31st, and I'm not sure. I would give it a shadow period of a couple weeks before then, although I don't have the degrees right in front of me. I just have November and December here. But it could have been as far back as about mid-October till now. Okay, like, yeah, mid-October till like over mid-November. So it just, and I'm not getting like a big issue. Like, this isn't a biggie. It's not like huge potential unintended consequences for this happening. It's being surrounded by the Empress and the Nine of Pentacles. All I'm getting is that the personalities involved here, like the actual energetic signatures of the people, I'm getting someone incredibly independent and someone incredibly, how do I put this? They let things come to them. That's what I'm getting from this Empress here, is that you have one personality who wants to just sit back and let everything come to them and not really, they're not going to be like this is not the Page of Wands energy. Although I feel like this element of enthusiasm is actually going to come out for either one of these. Someone is someone here. So it's either the Empress who's been sitting back this whole time, not really showing enthusiasm, not really go-gettery, not really, trying to get this going, more laid back, more letting things come to them naturally. And that person is going to get a fire lit under their bum and they're going to show some initiative. Or it's this Nine of Pentacles who is extremely independent, and because they're so independent, they could have just been focused on their own thing, their own falconry, their own estate, their own pentacles. They could have just been very independently, like not really needing anyone, not needing someone else's support, not needing or feeling like not needing, right? It's very, very, very independent. And this person is going to take the initiative and show some initiative and actually, reach out for this Ace of Staves here to get this going. So it's one or the other. It's really interesting though. It doesn't have to be two females, okay? It could be, it could be anything, anyone, aliens and vampires included, okay? But here are the archetypes. We have I'm not even going to say the archetypes. We have the parts of their personality that are affecting the situation the strongest. Okay, so someone's leading with their independence and someone's leading with their status. That's what I'm getting from this. I'm getting someone who has status, wealth, health, happiness. They have everything. They don't need anything. Both of these people don't need anything. And so it could really be either one of them, either one of these personalities that kind of just skipped off away to be quiet, to be just, not really talking to the other one. And then it's one of these personalities was trying to make an offer, was trying to extend, was trying to get something started here. So it's almost like someone already had the initiative. So I'm feeling like it's the Nine of Pentacles person. I'm feeling like whoever was the more independent one is the one who initially tried to get this started, tried to get this going. And then it was the Empress who actually, and here we get a great illustration of this rejection of this Four of Cups. They actually, literally, you can see the story happening. They literally rejected this cup and snuck off and never saw them again or never talked to them again. Literally clear as day. Like, it can't be any more clear. Okay, that's changing now. So I'm guessing, no, it's right. It's the Empress. I don't have to guess. It's the Empress who's going to come back. The Empress is going to be the one to show enthusiasm. Why is she coming back? Why is she showing enthusiasm now after kind of... At first, when she first received the offer, she was already laid back. She was already like, you know, and then then she took it a step further and actually retreated. So she was never really sort of invested, leaning in, leaning forward, you know, interested and engaged. She was always sort of, you know, so she's the one who's coming back. Why is she coming back? Because you have these other two pages. These are the other two pages. Okay, so the Page of Cups and the Page of Pentacles. She studied this. So when she retreated, and I'm saying she, but it could be a he, so don't, you know, take that to the grave. It's blur all the signs, the genders, and the ages, my dears. So this person, either you or in your life, there's someone you're connecting to, when you or this person retreated and took a big, huge step back, and a little bit deceptive, like they just didn't tell you the real reason, they just sort of led you on, not give you a line. It's deceptive, but let me put it this way, not all deceptive deserves the negative judgment on it. Okay, so I feel like I'm on both of these people's sides here. Okay, let me just put it that way, because I'm not getting maliciousness. I'm not getting like evil intent. That's all. Okay, so you or this person retreated, took a big step back, and you went quiet on this other person, on the Nine of Pentacles person, but you didn't stop thinking about it. You didn't stop thinking about it. Now, what's really interesting is that I've channeled this energy of refusal with kind of like with this right here, and then I've also channeled it in that Emperor love story. So I'm like, oh my God, how interesting. But anyway, so when you or this person kind of step back and you know, went to be alone, very Virgoan energy here too here. You did study. You or this person studied the situation, and actually I feel like you studied your own feelings, and you were sort of surprised with how you do feel. Does that make sense? It's like you gave yourself the privacy and the time and the, you know, gave yourself what you needed to really examine that cup. But you had to pull back to see it, or you had to make sure that it was right. You or this person just had to make sure, okay? And then you were sort of endeared. They just said endeared. You were endeared. Endeared. Tell me more. They're telling me that at the beginning, okay, so it's like, it could be that at the beginning, this person either didn't make a good impression on you, or this person showed up as too independent, or I don't know. There was something there, but it's like you or this Empress needed to take a second look and really study this Nine of Pentacles person. Like, just misunderstood is what I'm getting. Like, really natural too. I'm not saying that this person actually made a bad impression. I'm just saying that Mercury was retrograding, very likely. this is all for Mars moving forward from, so this reading is covering from now till the end of this decade. Okay, so this person, this is very like quite specific. So this person, you just didn't understand, you were either misunderstood or this other, yeah, or you misunderstood someone else and you didn't stop thinking about them. You actually were like studying them and, you know, studying the whole thing because all of these cards came out together. So it's like, and I'm getting it that it goes both ways. Like both of you studied what happened. Both of you, let me see, both of you, you and you, studied Page of Pentacles, what happened in Mercury retrograde. And I bet both of you were sort of like, oh, I like this. I actually do like this. Let's do it. Okay. So it's interesting. Sometimes when I do these spreads, it goes backwards. Like it starts with the end and then I get the context later. Sometimes I start at the beginning and then it takes me to the outcome. Sometimes I get the different energies and then they just tell me how it all gets organized and how it all should be. So this is the ending first. So the end is that this goes. Okay? That there's this new beginning here. I'm going to start to clarify. Let's clarify here. Okay. This is the Golden Universal Tarot. And it's a huge success. And it makes you super happy. And there's something about public recognition with this. This could be, it could be creative. It could be tech. It could be entrepreneurial. Okay, but whatever it is, and if it's a romantic relationship, you guys look really good together. Like visually, you guys look visually really great together. Okay, I'll pull that out and then I'll start shuffling. Okay, so that's going there. Okay, and then this deck is the Radiant Wise deck. It's the exact same illustration from Pamela Coleman Smith. It's just really colored. It's way more colorful. It's really beautiful. The quality of the cards is not there though, but they are beautiful. So if you don't mind the edges and the ripped up edges, they're pretty. Maybe that's just me. I'm really hard on everything. Okay. Aww, look it. Aww, you're coming back together. Imagine me and you. I think about you day and night. It's only right to think about the girl you love and hold her tight. Si heureux tous les deux. Oh, thank God. Oh my God! I almost thought I missed a meeting with one of my old French students. Oh, whew! Me and dates. Okay, this is enough shuffling. We are done cooking the cards. Okay, let's take a closer look at this Ace of Staves, please. What do we need to know about this Ace of Staves? What other energies or signatures do we need to know? I love it. So, okay. So we have the Ace of Staves. We have the Four of Staves. We have the three. Oh, hold on. Is this all yours? Oh, wow. Okay, it is. It is. We have the Ace of Staves, clarifying the Ace of Staves with the Four of Staves, with the Three of Swords, the Hierophant, and the Ace of Cups. Is that all the cards? Yes. Wow. Okay, so let's do romance first. If this is a romantic relationship, this new relationship is going to be the new stability. Two Ace of Staves with an Ace of Cups. That's three aces in one energy concentration. So the energy of this new thing, this new creation, this new relationship has all of this stamped into it. Okay, so it's really powerful. It's really creative. It's really And now creative is with love. It's with self-expression. So in this romantic relationship, you will find that it will be a really healing thing for you to express yourselves with each other. And I feel like it goes very well and adds a lot of stability to the partnership. The Four of Staves is the stability. The Three of Swords is definitely, when I said in this, like at the top of this reading, when I said that someone's concentrating on someone who's concentrating on someone else or something else, one or both of those, it's like a heartbreak. Like I mentioned, like someone watching someone like want to be with someone, but then they're also getting over something. They're also still sad or still heartbroken over something. So there's that right there. And that's pretty clear. I called it. Okay. The High Priestess and the Ace of Cups. Like this is like meant to be. I feel like you both know that this is meant to be. And that's probably when both of you were looking at this and taking a closer look. That's what that Page of Cups is. It's like it triggered this inner knowing, like, this is totally meant to be. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Yeah, for sure. Okay. Now for everything else, still meant to be. You know, whether this is business, creative, or otherwise. With that, for all the non-romantic stuff, what I feel like is there's sort of this, and I feel like it doesn't go verbally expressed between you two. I feel like it's just some sort of quiet knowing that there's pain, you know, that part of this creation was built on pain that was necessary in the history, in the before. You know, so if this was like, this could be a business that was built. Oh, they're giving me this one example of this one book I read years ago. In the book, Living is Forever, one of the characters designs this huge fleet of special ambulances or special vehicles that have special equipment in it, you know, to reduce the amount of deaths in transit from wherever something's happening to the hospital where they can receive, like, you know. And that character in the book, it's set in the future, and it's this guy, he's had huge success. I mean, that's like what he does. He's the conglomerate. It's in the future, so he runs everything, right? And it was built, that whole company, that whole business was built because I think he was in a car crash with his parents, and his mother died on the way to the hospital. So this wonderful, great thing had such a heartbreaking inception. So that's what I'm getting for this, is that if this is like, you could, you know, if this is a business, if this is, or even a creative thing, if this is a creative project, then it's like, you know, between both of you, due to the piece of artwork, due to the painting or the sculpture or whatever, that there was deep pain, like real pain here, like real, not existential, like soul pain, like there's real. And it's like, I feel like it does go unsaid. I feel like this is like a telepathically communicated thing between you two both, okay? So you both feel like this is meant to be. You both feel like this is going to be greatly stable. You both feel like this is a strong beginning. I mean, strong beginning with this very energizing energy here with the two wands, the two staves. And then there's that emotion, the beautiful holy grail of love, the Ace of Cups, just overflowing. So it's like whatever this is, it's overflowing. It's like more and more and more. Like there is no limit. There is no cap. If this is business, this is going to be big. Like this has great potential to keep earning. Okay. If this is romantic, the love only grows. The love only deepens between you two. Okay. Oh, and if this is creative, the creativity is limitless. It's overflowing. Just, there's no cap on creativity. There's no cap or limit on the potential for more creation. It's just a lot of creativity. Like, okay. Okay, how interesting. So there we have that beautiful new beginning. Let's take a look at the Page of Staves. This is that person who's now like on the team. What else do we need to know about this Page of Staves? What can we expect for this person? How this person will come back. So they're going to come back. You or them. You're going to reach out. They're going to reach out. It could even be like Merry Christmas. And then it starts everything up again. Does that make sense? It's going to be happy. Whoa, right in my lap too. We have the World. So this, whoever reaches out first gets the prize. Let me put it this way. Whoever, let me look at the other. I have to, dang it, I wish I showed you on camera. My God, the sun and the moon in the same little, oh my God. Let me put it this way. Whoever puts the approach out first wins, because this person is going to get the karma points. Does that make sense? Does that make sense? Because you both know that it's like you both can feel this out. Like you don't, like even though this person kind of ghosted you, it's like you know that that's not the end. Like you both know that. You both know that this silence, this quiet period is not going to last. It's not like forever gone, you know. It's not like that at all. So you know that there's a recommunication. You know that there's something about to, you know there's a message coming, or that you're going to send a message out. Let me put it that way. So whoever does that first kicks it off. They complete this major cycle, major karmic cycle. It's like bringing secrets to light, okay? They could be conveying new information. Mercury going direct. We're in the shadow until about December 7th or 8th. So I would expect more things to be coming to light, more things to be revealed to you. So this would be like when you find out the real reason why they went silent. Oh my God, you know, I don't want to say anything really horrid, but you know, whatever, my mind always goes super dark, okay? So it's like you find out the real reason, or you convey something new, or, you know, whatever the quality of that communication is, it's extremely enthusiastic. It sheds light on some things that could have been frustrating for you during this Mercury retrograding in Scorpio. Scorpio is all about emotional truth here, okay? So you're going to get some honesty. You're going to get, and this is the soulmate connection. You're going to get this connection. It's this connection that is stronger than, you know, the whims of the planets here. You know, the planets are here to test us. They're here to make things difficult and put obstacles in the way so that we can channel the best energies that we can and work with it and work around it. Oh, that's what they gave me. They gave me this circular, the first Jason Bourne, where he's at that, there's that big scene, shootout scene in that museum, and there's that round. Anyway, so when they reach out, or when you reach out, it will be ending the silence, number one, and it will also be ending someone's karma, to be honest with you. It's like, it could be that someone has pride here, that there's pride, or there's something to like get over, you know? So whatever's keeping you to sort of not talking, it's like, you know, maybe someone took this rejection personally, maybe, you know, it could be like anything, but I'm not getting that it was a harsh, it wasn't done harshly. This person just sort of snuck out. Like I said, they're like, okay, I'll talk to you tomorrow, and you never hear from them again. And then it's like, okay, well now we got to talk, because you know, it could be something like that. So whoever reaches across first wins, gets the karma points for them, overcoming whatever it was. And it's the end of the silence, and it's the rebirth of this connection. Okay, it's like, oh, that's gross. Give me something else. Okay, it's like popping a pimple. Okay, that's what they gave me, so that's what you get. You know, it's like something had to burst. This is so gross. Something had to burst and like get nice and dried out and cleaned out and sterilized and like healed. See how he's like stressed out there, and then now super happy face. Okay. So Wow, that's a lot for this. So it's what's behind this enthusiasm. So if you are sending the message out, then you're taking this, you're getting clarity and you're able to move forward and you're able to overcome whatever your little thing is with all of this. Okay. You're able to overcome your whatever it is for you. And you come across as very, you'll come across, this is another reason why whoever reaches out first wins, is because you're going to come across mature. You're going to come across, not necessarily the bigger person, because like I said, I don't feel like it was like bad blood or anything. You're just going to come across really, you're going to be the leader. Okay. You're going to be like, actually, you know what? No, it's whoever turned it down, so I'm feeling like it's the Empress. Let's just say it's the Empress. So for the sake of ease, the Empress reaches out to you, closes out her cycle. That would make more sense actually, because this is the person who lets things come to them. So they'll end a cycle, they'll end this attitude, they'll end this, perception of everything's just going to come to me. Well, you rejected what came to you. If you didn't reject it first, you wouldn't have to reach back out, So it's like, no, it's okay. And I don't, honestly, guys, it really doesn't even matter who reaches out first. It just matters that someone reaches across the aisle here. So it doesn't have to be the Empress personality. It could be either or. But what's behind this spark, because remember, the Ace of Staves is a spark. It's a ch. The Page of Staves, it's a spark. It's the invigoration. It's the momentum. It's like the, fanning the flames. Okay, so it's like that. So it just matters that it gets reinvigorated. That's what I'm trying to say. Thank you. And then it leads, it's like you guys hash it out, and it leads to a great alliance. And this is like my best friend romantic card. This is a soulmate card. If it's romantic, then this is absolutely you guys coming together after these secrets being brought to light, after closing these older cycles out. And if this is otherwise, then this is just like really best friend energy. It's very much like you guys are on the same page. This is my best friend energy. Like this, of the soulmate cards, these guys, it's like being in love with your best friend. It's, and having everything just really, really, okay. Let's move on and clarify. Oh my God, I'm going so long. Let's go ahead and clarify this though. Okay. Let's take a look. Actually, I don't really, fine, okay. I was gonna say we don't really need to know why this is gonna come out anyway. But let's the Seven of Swords with the Hermit card. Why did they retreat? Why did they say no? Why did they go silent? If this is you, then you already know. But if this is not you, then we'll get the answer. Why did this person go silent? Why did they retreat? Oh. Well, doesn't that explain everything? Wow. It could be that they tried and that they were sabotaged, that they were put down, like they didn't get an approval, or they didn't get because I see if there were any kind of effort, or if there was, this is reaching out to you. This is the reaching out to you totally sabotaged, totally like blown to smithereens. So it's like they couldn't, they actually really couldn't, either because of something in their own life. Like I'm telling you, like they could have, what did I say? It could have been that some crazy relative died in a really freaky, embarrassing way. Like, oh my God, my dad was discovered, naked and hanging with like, You know what I'm saying? It could be, that's really what they were giving me, like some crazy shit. So yeah, it could be that. Not that specifically, but something like that, you know, just something equally, totally hijacking their attention so they could not reach out to you. Like they just could not, no way, shape, or form. They could have been threatened in some way, shape, or form. Like if they were to reach out to you, or if they were to be with you or work with you. The Tower is there though to tear something down, because it shouldn't be there. It shouldn't be, you know, it's the Tower shows up when we need to demolish something that shouldn't have been built in the first place. It's testing the structure of something in our lives, and it's through watching it blow up that we realize that, okay, we got to build from the ground up and make sure that we're building it stably. And, you know, what is it with this generosity though? Generosity totally like obliterated, really, really obliterated. Should I? All right, I'm just gonna scoot over here and get my other deck, and we're gonna take a look at this Tower. Oh, shoot, I'm sorry. Hold on. Okay, thanks for bearing with me. Let's take a look at this Tower, please. We are shuffling to clarify this Tower. Why is this? That just, you didn't even see it. It just, in my lap again. What is it? Oh. Wow. Wow, you guys. Wow. So this person has some issues. Okay, I'm not saying it like it's a bad thing. We're not making any judgments here, okay? This person, it's like, oh my God. This is interesting. This is definitely like an interesting insight into this situation, because it's like we have this person rejecting, really refusing something amazing, sneaking away into silence, because, you know what I'm saying? Because it would have killed you. It would have killed you to be generous, to be, you know, to extend the olive branch. That would be a hardcore Empress energy, guys. That would be so hardcore energy if that's it. That would be so, like, it would, over my dead body, do I reach out? I'm not the one that reaches out. People reach out to me. You know, that would just be so crazy. That would be pretty extreme. But what else I'm getting is that whatever this personal life crisis was, they had to go inward. They had to deal with this. That's more likely that they had a personal crisis to deal with. And the way it affects you is that they couldn't reach out. They couldn't make ET phone home, you know, it's like they couldn't make contact. They couldn't connect. Let me put it that way. They couldn't connect. And they really had to figure it out for themselves. Like they really had to figure out their own spiritual, you know, they had to figure this out. They had to be alone. They had to have their space and moment to grow through their own catastrophe, whatever that is for them. Could also be a crisis in consciousness. It could also be a crisis in consciousness for them as well. Surrounding what it is to give and take. Surrounding what does that mean? What is an equal give and take? What does that really look like? What's fair? You know, they could have really had to struggle with that, with what is fair. Thinking that they're fair, but they're not. They're really just sort of like, you know, expecting everything to sort of like work out for them or come to them. They probably have a lot of solicitors, a lot of solicitations, a lot of offers. They probably get a lot of offers. They probably get a lot of people trying to come in and be in that Empress energy. So you, and you could be the Empress, but I'm just saying, if you're Nine of Pentacles and you were over there with your offer, it wasn't apparent at the very beginning how special you are. It was only after this Empress went inward to really look at herself that she was able to study your connection and was delightfully surprised. Okay, so we should have definitely done that. I'm glad that we did. Definitely glad for the understanding. Then we might as well round it out to an hour by now. Let's take a look at all of this. Let's take a look. I'm not going to parcel this out. Okay, we're going to take a look at all of this at once. Let's take a look at the 2 pages, the Empress. That was so fast. Thank you, though. And we have the 6 of Cups. That's soulmates. That's total soulmates, nostalgia from the past. That's solid and secure. That now we have 2 soulmate cards. Yeah, I don't care if this is friendship, business, romantic, or otherwise. You two know that you're meant to deal with each other, work together, love each other, sing kumbaya together. There's nostalgia here. There's major soul nostalgia here. You know this person. They know you. It's very familiar. You could have just met them, like not known them from Adam, but they feel so familiar. They already feel like family. They already feel like the love is already there because the love is already there. Okay? So it's like now they can feel it. Now they're able to reconcile it and like start to feel it. So, wow. And you know what else I'm getting is that this person, someone is a catalyst for change in the other person. This is like a soulmate coming back as whatever, in whatever, relationship. To help this person. And I feel like it is a help to help this person deal with something, because they weren't just dealing with their own stuff. They were studying this connection. They were studying you, or you were studying them. So this could be that they kind of snuck out into reclusiveness, and through observing you, they had a crisis in consciousness over them rejecting you and not being forthcoming, not being giving, not giving you the benefit of the doubt, not being more, being a little too empressy, a little bit. Does that make any sense? It's like, was I just too, on my high horse here? Really? Was I really a jerk? Was I really too letting everything come to me and not meeting them thank you, that's what it is, not meeting them halfway. It's like you had a crisis you or this Empress has a crisis in consciousness over, I wasn't generous with them. I didn't meet them halfway. Oh my God. And then this Empress had to look at the reasons why. Why did they shut it down? Why did they reject? Why did they refuse? And then also, why were they studying the connection? Why were they studying whatever the thing is? Well, it's because you guys have had lifetimes together before. And it doesn't matter if you guys were spouses, parent, child, sibling, co-worker, it doesn't quite matter. Look at how he's looking at her. Oh my God. This is like destiny. This is destiny here. He's giving her this cup of flowers because he knows it's his destiny to come back to her. They're just little children. Oh, wow. You were children together in past lives. Children without adults. Like your parents were dead and it was just you two. A lot of running. Oh my God, wow. Now they're showing me this guy walking away and back. This is like the rest of the world. This is the rest of the world, and this is you two throughout different incarnations and different lifetimes. That connection's still there. And it's like everything in the background fast forwards hundreds of years, but then this happens in slow motion. I'm a movie person, so that's how stuff comes in for me. And this is like every other person, every other regular person, every other person that doesn't trigger you, because it's through these past life connections that we're triggered by people. So if there are two astrology charts that have no interaction between them, those are the people that you meet and you feel like nothing. Okay, like they're like, okay, a very nice person, okay, but but then there's other people where you just walk by them and you just make eye contact and you're triggered. Okay, it's like why is that? It's because there's something there. There's something there between you two. Okay, and that's coming to light. That's part of this. That's part of okay, it's behind this enthusiastic communication. And I'm telling you, it doesn't matter who does it first, because I feel like whoever does it first does get more karma points, but it's equal on the other side to receive the communication gracefully that gets karma points too. Bringing stuff to light, and the communication is going to be very nice. It's going to be very, very sweet. There's no animosity here at all. No. So if you were on the side of rejecting someone or something, that person does not feel animosity towards you, like, at all. No, they're familiar. You feel familiar with them. I don't know who's the more like intuitive, evolved out of this pair, but I feel like you both know. You both have that inner knowing that's behind the Ace of Staves. Like, you both know, number one, that it's solid and secure and that this will last like forever. Number two, that that this was built on actual like pain. Okay, and number three, that the Ace of Cups, that this emotion runs so deep, this connection runs so deep. You both have that intuitive knowing about it. So it's just waiting. It's just the timing thing with the planets, Mercury retrograde. So from now till the end of the decade, from now till the end of December, from now till the end of the year, we have other movements happening. We've got Jupiter moving into Capricorn. We've got Mercury moving into Sagittarius on the 10th. We have Venus moving into Aquarius on the 21st. We have the Sun moving into Capricorn on the 23rd. And we have the solar eclipse, last solar eclipse in Capricorn on the 26th. And then we have Mercury entering Capricorn on the 30th. So this is all setting the stage for what's to come, what you will build together in 2020 that will last likely the rest of your lives, or likely for a very, very long time. I know it's been filled with little bits of hiccups and delays during the Mercury retrograde period, but rest assured, everybody, it's about to get back on track, okay? So there's just visually, if you guys want to screenshot it or something for yourselves. There's December, okay? So things are moving along. Things are going well, and like I said, you guys are going to be so happy. But it's a complete emotional fulfillment, and you guys are going to find success, major success, and you guys are going to look good together, look great together, and it all looks good, okay? It all looks very, very good. You guys are going to be super duper. There's like a sense of completion with that 10 too. It's like, it's with this World card. It's like you two had this little rough start, or this rocky road. I want ice cream so bad. This rocky road. I need to stop saying that because now I'm like really hungry. And it's about to get smoothed out. And Mars and Scorpio is what's helping you guys keep your eye on the prize. It's what's helping this person who's waiting for the other person to come around. It's helping, Mars and Scorpio is helping that person keep a laser focus on what they truly care about, what's truly important. Mars and Scorpio is helping the other person come to the realization of the emotional truth of the situation, realizing that this is meaningful, that this is meant to be, that this is a past life connection. So Mars and Scorpio is doing a lot for you guys. So make sure you're channeling all this energy correctly. If you have any questions or if you need any advice, comment below and I'll shoot you a little ding, 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 ding. Okay. So what I've been doing, I've been sleeping a lot of water, going on long walks, and just, over caffeinating yourself. You can just reduce the caffeine. But when you have a hard transit, you don't get that choice. You get the energy and you have to put it somewhere. So go ahead and comment if you guys need any advice or help, and I'm more than happy to help out. Okay, guys, I love you forever. If you'd like to book a personal reading, you can go to theartigan.com/tarot and add yourself to the roster. Otherwise, my dears, I will see you tomorrow. Take care of yourselves. Be gentle. Take a deep breath. Everything's going to be okay. I love you guys, and I'll see you tomorrow.